Hi there, Aries, and welcome back to Star-Lord's Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the month of November 2025. I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them out in the monthly format. We're going to start with your overall energy, then break it down week by week. So let's get to your reading, Aries. Excuse me. Your overall energy is the High Priestess reversed. The High Priestess in the upright position points to, well, basically things that are going on behind the scenes, unknown information, things like that. Sometimes it's done deliberately. People, keep things from us, don't tell us the full story. And there could be many reasons for it. It doesn't necessarily have to be negative. Like I often explain, sometimes the High Priestess and the upright will come up for people when someone's planning a surprise for them. So it doesn't necessarily mean negative. It's just that something is going on behind the scenes we're just not aware of. We're generally in the upright advised to use our intuition. When the card's inverted, however, this can be that something that has been revealed, prior hidden, is now being revealed. Now, this could be from you yourself, Aries. Maybe you are opening up Pandora's box. Maybe you are revealing something that you've never revealed before. Maybe you're telling somebody something, could be a secret. But others of you, this is an overall energy, so it's going to make a huge impact in the month of November. So it's either you doing this or somebody else is basically, opening up the secret box and letting all the secrets out. Or it could be family secrets. This could be financial information, that you were unaware of and now you're being made aware of. It can be family secrets, like I said. It can be even career, health related. It's going to be different for all of you because it's just a general read. But in week one, you have the Page of Swords rooted down by the Page of Wands. Looks like you're getting some messages in the first week. Maybe it could be concerning this big reveal here of the High Priestess reversed. But the Page of Swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, sometimes the Page of Swords can represent a little bit of stalker energy, somebody looking behind the scenes to try to figure out something, maybe spying on you, checking out your social media, things like that. But sometimes the Page of Swords can simply make sense because it can represent background checks. And, these happen often when we apply for things. There could be a background check involved. Others of you could be hearing messages, news, and rumors, but you have to sort of get more information when it comes from the Page of Swords, so they don't have all the information, although they may tell you they do. Others of you could simply be dealing with somebody who's just giving limited information, like one-word answers and things like that. Sometimes pages can represent children. Page of Wands is also here, so it could be your own child or younger people that you're dealing with. Page of Wands now is fire energy. This is Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is you coming up in your own reading, Aries, in the upright position, indicating you're on the right path with any messages you would like to send, anything you would like to extend out there. Page of Wands is generally about good news and good information, so it can represent too that it's not just you giving messages, but you could also be getting messages. Now, they could be from another fire sign, but this could also represent just hearing positive news concerning business, enterprise, could be travel. Sometimes the Page of Wands indicates somebody is contacting you, that they're planning on traveling to come see you, or maybe they're sending you a ticket to go see them. So it looks like there is a lot of news and information breaking this month for you, Aries. Interesting. Week 2, you have the Nine of Swords rooted down by the Eight of Pentacles. Well, the Nine of Swords represents some sleepless nights, maybe anxiety, overthinking a situation where we just can't stop the monkey mind from going and going and going. So it could be for some of you, you're thinking about a lot of this information. It does look an awful lot like this information maybe is both of you's experiencing this big, reveal here, where somebody's telling you stuff and you're telling them, and maybe it's a clearing the lines of communication. But it looks like in week 1, it's just kind of the start of it, right? Is where things start, because it's only on a page level. Others of you, the pages can represent, like I said, your children. If you have grown children or teenagers or something, you could be having a lot of maybe unveiling some information about them, or they're telling you some things you didn't know. So 9 of Swords could have a lot on your mind in week 2. But it's rooted down by the 8 of Pentacles, which is the worker bee card. So this could be that maybe it's an indicator here, Aries, if you are overthinking a situation, you should just put your mind on your work at this point. 8 of Pentacles is, building wealth, moving towards security, stability, but, really putting our head down, nose to the grindstone, and just getting the work done. For some of you, perhaps this news and information is prompting you to get to work, to get a project completed, or sometimes this can be working on, our property, because it's Pentacles. So it can be working on and improving our property, or working on our portfolio, our financial portfolio, and things like that. Alrighty, so we move on to week 3. You have the 8 of Wands here, rooted down by the Moon in reverse. So the 8 of Wands is rapid communication. It can sometimes indicate a need for sudden travel. It can be perhaps somebody is coming to travel to see you. Again, we see that potential at the beginning of the month. But this can also represent a lot of communication, going back and forth, back and forth. Great news for those of you who have just started a business of your own, or you're in sales. It can be that you're getting a lot of new clients. You could be getting a lot of sales. It is also arrows of love find their mark. Some of you, this could be related to a passionate new relationship that's just kind of starting up, and things are picking up steam in week 3. It's rooted down here by the Moon in reverse, which is similar to the High Priestess in reverse. Both of these energies in the upright represent a need to listen to our intuition, because something is going on and it's not being made clear to us. But when the Moon is reversed, this is where we can finally see clarity about a situation. Now, for some of you, it could be seeing clearly because now you have all this new information that you didn't have before. Others of you could be completely unrelated. It's good that there all this movement and all this activity and communication that's going on in the month of November seems to be a lot about, honesty, truth coming out, Pandora's box opening up here. But by the same token, it seems like it's having a positive effect. It's not something that's, causing a major problem. Because in week 4, you have the Tower reversed. If it were upright, this could represent that this big information that comes out could, uproot something. But it is reversed, and it's rooted down by the 5 Cups reversed. So the Tower, like I was saying, in week 4, is something that could have gone askew. Now, it could definitely have something to do with all this information that's opening up to you this month, and it could have maybe gone off the rails. But when it's reversed, this is disaster averted. So this is the threat passes us by. So something could have happened here, but it looks like it was averted. Now, I don't know who. Sometimes it's we ourselves see the potential for a problem, and we're the ones who turn the Tower upside down. Sometimes it's other people who notice, what's going on, and they help to divert the problem. Sometimes just fate steps in and takes care of it for us. But it's rooted down here by the 5 of Cups in reverse. 5 of Cups upright can point to disappointment, loss, sorrow, sadness. But when the card is inverted, this is where we're healing from a situation. Maybe perhaps some of you, Aries, went through a disappointment recently. Maybe it was last month or something like that. And you were feeling like the 5 of Cups upright. But then maybe new information has come forward, and now you see the situation for what it is, and it helps bring a healing to the situation now. So you don't feel so This truth is definitely coming out. There's truth bombs here big time, and it looks like it's going to clear the air, although it may cause a little bit of anxiety and sleeplessness in week 2, maybe because you're processing all of this information, trying to figure out what to do with it, that kind of stuff, but it looks really good overall. Now in closing, I will be pulling 3 cards from the Angel Answers deck. Let's see what we have here for Aries. I'll pull 3 and then I'll tell you what they say. Okay, the first one says abundance. That's beautiful. Maybe there's some nice abundance coming your way in the month of November. And the other one says trust. Trust. And the last one says listen to your intuition. Yes, even though there's clarity here, it's always, always best to listen to our intuition. So that's what I have for you, my dear Aries. I want to thank you very much for joining me. I really, really hope you have a wonderful month of November, and I really hope the reading helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, hit the hype button. Well, it's not really a button. It's just when you hit the like, it says, do you want to hype this video? Hit the hype and share and subscribe. And I will see you again in the next video. Take care. Much love. Namaste. Bye-bye for now.